Warm greetings from the high 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Hope you all are having a wonderful week. It's time for the weekend. Please be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. If you see something, say something. Mind the children. I'm going to continue my conversation pertaining to the death, murder of rapper Trouble. An alleged woman has made post to Twitter. She's the girlfriend, I guess. I don't know. Everything's up for interpretation. There are a lot of rumors circulating. I've been on other networks listening to gibberish of an alleged white woman that he was dating, that was her apartment. I don't believe that's true because so far no one has, no law enforcement agency has shown what the woman looks like that is the actual person whose apartment it was. And I doubt that it is an attorney. I think it would be a little swankier. So therefore, I don't believe it. And there you have it. So one moment, y'all. Hold on one second. I doubt it. I truly doubt it. Just one second. Sorry about that. Interrupted. This is what I hate about true crime. People get beside themselves, especially when it's somebody famous or well-known. People start making up stuff, putting stuff out there that's not true, that's verified. As I said, maybe he did date the white woman or was dating her. Maybe he was dating this other Alexis Chalet, if I'm pronouncing her name correct. I'll bring you commentary because that is who some are believing is the young lady that is the alleged girlfriend. I will play commentary where they were out a day before this murder, and he's dressed in red. She's dressed in black. They were at some type of event or a party, and they look very cozy. She's also feminine, walking down a public street together. I'm assuming before or after the event. So one could assume she's a girlfriend because they're dressed up. But you have to question what is. He died in the bed of some woman that is not this lady, obviously, who's filming this live stream a day or so before, assumingly, because I haven't verified if it was done a day ago. Her account was hacked, she said, so it shows that she uploaded an IG account April 1st or somewhere around there. Thank you all so much for joining me. Nonetheless, whoever he was saying, he was in the bed with somebody else. How about that? Let's just call a spade a spade. And as I've told you in my commentary, he, just like any other man, he's a man first before he is anything else. So it doesn't matter if he was a rapper, the butcher, baker, janitor. He was a man. And men have many lady friends, side pieces, old pieces, new pieces. They're just some men who like women. They like sex, rather. Not maybe necessarily even like the woman. I'm also going to play you commentary from the mouth of the dead man. Things he have said. Please pardon the language that will be played. But this was his commentary to give you an idea of who he was. He seemed to be very self-assured, a very confident young man. Usually I use the word cocky when I'm talking about people I don't care for. So I don't know him personally, so I'm just going to say he was a confident black male, like I'm sure a lot of men are. My first story is pertaining to a Lyft driver who was ambushed by picking up some passengers in her car. It's an African-American female. She's no longer alive. I'm also going to bring you a story out of the ATL area of another crazy person, black male, who decides to go to the home of his ex-girlfriend. Must be something in the water down there in Georgia. I don't know. And he kills this man and then attempts to shoot himself. Shoots himself in the stomach. Why you just shoot yourself in the head? The bullet would have got there a whole lot quicker. Yeah, I said that. Why? You want to make it seem like what? He shot you, self-defense. Oh, and he's a cutie pie. Please go to my community post to get a good look at this fella, because he is no morning star. Let me say that. He is nothing to look at. So now you're going to be really curious to what she looks like and what the ex looked like. He's no longer living. I'm going to bring you that commentary. This is a 3-part live. 2 stories coming out of the Atlanta metro area, and the other one's coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $McGangie 129 Cash App. All super chat stickers are welcome during this live. And if you want to continue the discussion, I can drop the link and feel free to hit it to give your commentary. If not, we'll just keep it moving. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this commentary pertaining to this woman who was ambushed, doing a job, trying to make a living for herself and 6 children. Now, 6 children don't have a mother. Thank you for joining me. This is bad.
A mother of 6 violently shot and killed while simply trying to make a living.
Tonight, the family of Deshandra Lee Ward says they are left looking for answers, and they want a reason why. Fox 13's Kayla Solomon joins us live tonight. She is in Raleigh.
Kayla, this all started with an app that almost all of us used before.
Merle, Daniel, we all have seen that
it.
pink Lyft app at one time or another, maybe to go to and from work, or maybe to even go downtown. But about a mile up the road from where I'm standing, that's where Deshandra Lee Ward was driving when she was killed on Friday.
She was the rock of the family.
For Willie Mitchell, 43-year-old Deshandra Lee Ward was not only his big sister, but also the glue that held their family together. He says this weekend was unbearable for them all.
She was a loving mother of 6. She got a 1-year-old up there that cries herself to sleep at night to look for her.
Mitchell said his sister just started driving for Lyft a few weeks ago, and on Friday, it was this new job that got her killed.
She was a Lyft driver, and she was called to an address to pick up some individuals. And she was trailed. They was trailed by some more individuals, and once they got to the light, they just jumped out and shot the car up.
Memphis police say it happened just before 3 p.m. on Friday at James Road and Austin P. Highway in Raleigh. Mitchell says from what he knows from police, the passengers were the intended targets, and they got out and ran from the scene. But he has a message for whoever did it.
I just hope they catch who did this to my sister, or just turn yourself in.
Now, at this time, Memphis police say they do not have any more information on those passengers or on any suspects, how many suspects there are, or on that other vehicle. Merle?
All right, thank you. Kayla, we will see you just a little bit later on. Kayla Solomon.
All right, everybody. Woo! Lord have mercy. Fox 13 News, Memphis, Tennessee. A mother of 6 was shot and killed Friday while she was just doing her job. Willie Mitchell says his sister, Deshandra Lee Ward, was driving for Lyft to make ends meet for her family when she was killed. Ward's family told Fox 13 they were left looking for answers and a reason why. She was the rock of the family, Mitchell said. For Mitchell, 43-year-old Deshandra Lee Ward was not only his big sister, but also the glue that held their family together. He said what happened this weekend was unbearable for them all. She was a loving mother of 6. She got a 1-year-old who cries herself to sleep looking for her, said Mitchell. Mitchell said his sister just started driving for Lyft a few weeks ago, and on Friday, this new job got her killed. She was a Lyft driver. She was called to an address to pick up some individuals. They were trailed by some more individuals. Once they got to the light, they just jumped out and shot up the car, Mitchell said. Memphis police say it happened just before 3 p.m. on Friday at James Road and Austin P. Highway in Raleigh. I'm assuming this is a suburb outside of Memphis. Mitchell told Fox 13 that from what he knows from police, the passengers were the intended targets, and they got out and ran from the scene. He has a message for whomever did it. I just hope they catch who did this to my sister. Turn yourself in, he said. Yeah, good luck with that. Memphis police said that currently they don't have any information on the passengers or suspects, but if you know anything that can help them, please call Crime Stoppers 901-528-CASH. Fox 13 reached out to Lyft about the deadly shooting. A spokesperson sent the following statement. This tragedy is heartbreaking and deeply disturbing. Our hearts are with the driver's loved ones during this incredibly difficult time. We've attempted to contact their family to offer our support. We will continue to assist law enforcement in any way we can, and will continue our efforts to combat this senseless violence and help keep drivers safe. Yeah, good luck with that. Fox 13 is the source. I'm going to now play you commentary from the mother of the victim. They had a rocky relationship at one time, and they made amends by the grace of God, and now the daughter is gone and left behind 6 children. Have mercy. Who's going to raise those kids now? This is bad. This is real, really, really bad. Whew. This was uploaded 3 days ago by WREG, Channel 3 News, coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you for joining me. Hold on 1 second. Get it up together.
She good at kids, family person. She want to hear everything together.
That's how 43-year-old DeSandria Lee Ward will be remembered. Her brother says someone shot and killed the wife and mother of 6 as she drove for Lyft Friday afternoon. He believes the passengers she picked up were the shooter's targets when her car was ambushed, the target of gunfire off James Road. Ward working to provide for her family at the time.
She ain't never been in nothing. I mean, my daughter didn't drink, didn't smoke. She stayed at home.
Patricia Lee speaking.
Family.
She's described as the rock of the family, devoted to her children and her faith.
And she had never been a day without her kids. Not a day.
One child she leaves behind, just 18 months old.
The baby running around now looking for her mother.
Ward's mother, Patricia Lee, says while she and her daughter didn't always see eye to eye, she takes comfort in the fact they had recently reconciled.
But lately, I thank God for that we found our way back to one another, and we were like we were supposed to be. We were family, and therefore, when I do have my moods and my little spells that come on me, I think about that, and I just be so grateful that we made it back, because I don't know what I would do if we hadn't made it back, and then this happened to my daughter.
Now, family hopes police catch who was responsible.
It's pray that they're held accountable for what they did and what they took from us.
Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
Prayers for peace and justice. And in a statement, a Lyft spokesperson called the case tragic and heartbreaking and said they will continue to help law enforcement in any way the company can. We reached out to Memphis Police for more information about the case, and we're waiting to hear back from them.
All right, everybody, that's Memphis, Tennessee, bringing the said information. Condolences to this family. This is very heartbreaking news for Miss Ward. She was the mother of 6 children. I do not know how old all the children are, but the youngest is 18 months. The baby is crying for her mother, rightfully so. Now, this is where it gets real dicey. I'm going to start using that word now, dicey. The Lyft are working with the police department, okay? Somebody had to make the call. Somebody had to have a debit card or credit card to make the call for her to come pick them up. I think we all know this, how it works with Uber, Lyft, and other said apps for services, driver services. So somebody called and used a card, some type of card, Visa, MasterCard, Cash App, whichever. Somebody called with their name on the damn card and called. Whose name was it that called? Whose address was that she went to pick up these people? I would have been very leery if Pookie came outside with another Pookie, Ray. Did you hear what I said? And that's not to be disrespectful to any group of people, but hell no. I don't want to ride in a whole bunch of riffraff in my damn car. I don't give a damn what their race is. Could have been 12 Mexicans. Could have been 12 Jews. I don't care. A woman has no business in the car with a bunch of men. See, it's dangerous either way, whether it was a female driver or a male driver. And they may have been decent people needing a ride somewhere. Interview, a party, function, bar, but it's just common sense. It's too dangerous for a woman to pick up a man. I don't care if he rides in the back seat, doesn't matter. You got to stop at a light. You got to stop somewhere. You may be taking them somewhere you're not familiar with, and it's a ruse to get you off the beaten path and hurt, harm you, assault you, abduct you, anything. Especially, you don't know where the hell you're going. You're going by GPS. So here's this woman pulling up to an address. Whose house was it? Who made the phone call to Lyft to put in the ride? What was the conversation in the car? And who the hell were these other jokers that decided to play bang bang, shoot them up and kill this girl? 43 years old. So that means she's had a baby at damn near 40-something years of age. still making children late in life. You don't hear of a husband or a boyfriend in this commentary that I've played you both news audios. So now who's going to take care of the children? And why were they following this car? For what? You mean to tell me all of a sudden, some lady pulls up, she don't know nothing that's going on. She's just trying to make money to feed herself and her family. And here you bums come following the damn car and then do a damn drive-by, shoot the damn car up, and the passengers jump out and run out and leave the woman dead in the damn car. How about that? No aid rendered to her. She's an innocent bystander by driving some bums around to only be chased by some more bums, to be shot up at a light, left for dead in a car, and they jump out. It's a wonder her car didn't go into oncoming traffic and hit somebody. This is ridiculous. Now, who's going to raise these babies? Because the mother in this commentary just told you she just rekindled a relationship with the daughter. Now, what was going on between she and her? Mama and daughter. Why were they not on good standing? And let's keep it real. 6 children, that's a lot of kids to bring into the world. That's a lot of kids to take care of. And it sure is a lot to take care of when the mother or daddy is no longer around to take care of the children. So who's going to take in all these kids? Is this grandmama fit to take in some children? Because you can see, listening to her talk, she's not too stable herself. She's already said when she has fits and moods, she don't know how she would have handled the daughter being dead had she not rekindled her relationship with her. This is bad, 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 bad. So you don't know people. See, it don't matter where you go in life. I think we already know this. You can't hide in the house. You can't sit in the house. You got to be able to go out and work. You got to pay bills. You got to grocery shop. You got to go somewhere to do something. You have to pay bills. You can't do everything online. You just can't. You got to get out in the street. You got to take your car in and get an oil change. Get it repaired. Get your tires rotated. Basic things. You cannot hide in the house. Some of you are fortunate to have people who will aid you while you sit in your house and hide out for whatever reasons. Scared, sickly, mental issues. But the rest of us are not afforded that opportunity. We got to hit that pavement. And once you hit the pavement, you are a moving target. Little do you know. And it doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter nothing. You could get hit by a car. You could be ambushed, such as this woman. You could be robbed, carjacked. Or you could be going in a store where somebody's unhappy and they come in there and try to blow your damn brains out. 6 kids. You put that on paper. 6 children. Now without a mother. And somebody's now got to bury her, pay for funeral costs, and take care of 6 kids if, God forbid, they're under the age of 18. This is a mess. Memphis has become one of the most dangerous cities in America. This Raleigh is, I believe, outside. But nonetheless, it's still the general area. If this ain't inside of Memphis, it's still bad to be killed in a suburb outside of Memphis, Tennessee. This is I don't have any words right now. I'm just tired. Every day it's the same BS. I'm going to pull up some information on this Raleigh, Tennessee here. Hold on one second. Because I've never heard of this place. Raleigh is a community in north central Memphis, Tennessee, named for a formerly incorporated town that used to be at its center. Okay, I see. 37,047 residents in this Raleigh. The median age is 33.6. Raleigh, Tennessee is located about 2 hours east of Memphis, where the two cities merged in 1871. It's a beautiful community in northwest Memphis, Tennessee, designated for a historically integrated northwestern town that compromises parts. So obviously it's been looped in with Memphis, Tennessee. Lord Jesus. This is Shelby County. It is a community, as I said, in north central Memphis, Tennessee. So it was once on a city on its own, but it's now in the Memphis, Tennessee demographic. Oh, Lord have mercy. Just can't win. North Central. I'm just saddened right now. My next commentary is pertaining to, prayers to this family, Miss Ward's family, children. I pray they make a safe transition to someone, whomever is going to take in all these children, because somebody's now got to take care of these kids. I'm going to bring you another crazy story from the GA. 11 Alive is the source. This was uploaded 3 days ago. Man who allegedly killed ex-girlfriend's boyfriend in Woodstock, now in custody. What another fine mess. Woodstock, Georgia. Jesus Christ.
Suspect that began in the more than 12-hour search for a murder suspect that began in Cherokee County, ending in Cobb County earlier today. Brackus Golden is now in custody for allegedly killing his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend in Woodstock last night. Marietta police say they found Golden inside a vehicle on Cobb Parkway this morning with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the abdomen. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive.
24 years of age, Brackus, his name. Mr. Brackus. He said Brackus Golden, if I'm not mistaken. 11 Alive is the source. And I see an update out of Alabama that a man attempted to forcibly enter a school down there. Shot and killed. I'll bring you that here in a minute. I'll go ahead and share it to my community post so some of you can go ahead and check it out if you like to. And I'll come back to that at the end of this program that I'm bringing to you now. So this guy is 24 years of age, goes to this woman's house, Brackus Golden. He was found inside his car on Cobb Parkway, and he shot himself in the abdomen. How nice. What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting yourself. And also there's an update pertaining to Nipsey Hussle from a week ago. The trial has started for Eric Holder. For those of you who are inclined, want to follow that content. There's a lot of things on my community posts. DJ Quick's son has also been arrested for murdering a man. He was a liaison for a councilman who's got some shady dealings going on. All this is on my community post if you need verification for any of these stories, because I may not talk about all the stories, but nonetheless, they're posted to my community board. I'm going to read you a little bit about this crazy nut down in Georgia. Jesus, man, these people are just wicked, man. They just can't stop. Fox 5 Atlanta is the source. Thank you for joining me. Woo! Man wanted for murdering ex-girlfriend's boyfriend caught at Checkers, sheriff says. Let me see if they play this here. This commentary. One second. Thank you all so much for joining me. Well, it's not playing. These articles, they don't play well.
Golden after a man was found shot to death Sunday evening.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Shoot. I don't know what's wrong. Why it won't play. Let's see. We'll try it again. Ooh. Internet is acting really ugly today. Let's see. Let's see if we'll give it one more go. Thank you all for joining me. Yeah, I never heard of a Raleigh, Tennessee, but it's in Memphis, it says, so it's incorporated now.
Sheriff's deputies had been searching for Brackus Golden after a man was found shot to death Sunday evening. Fox So Denise Dillon is in Marietta for us. And then, Denise, how did the suspect end up in the hospital?
Sorry, bad connection with this article. These articles don't play well, these audios.
Well, Marietta police spotted Golden in his car in this parking lot. When they went to arrest him, they realized he had a gunshot wound. They believe he shot himself. Crimes like these don't happen here. The peace of this Cherokee County neighborhood shattered by a deadly shooting. A frantic 911 call sent deputies to King Arthur Drive near Woodstock Sunday evening.
Our deputies arrived on scene. They found a female and 2 juveniles hiding in the yard behind a tree.
Cherokee County Sheriff's investigators say a man's body was on the sidewalk in front of the home. He had been shot.
They had like 5 unmarked cars, then they had the sheriff's car, then they had the coroner's car.
Witnesses told investigators 24-year-old Brackus Golden pulled the trigger, then took off in this red 2018 Mazda 3. The sheriff's office sent out alerts telling people to be on the lookout for Golden, with a warning that he was considered armed and dangerous.
I see him many times. Yeah, he was over here a lot.
The next morning, flock cameras hit on the license plate of the Mazda. Marietta police were on alert. They found the car in the parking lot of this restaurant and closed in.
Once he was taken into custody, it was discovered he had a self-inflicted, according to him, gunshot wound to his abdomen, at which point they transported him to Kennestone.
Investigators believe Golden was once in a relationship with a woman who lives in the home on King Arthur Drive. They've identified the man who was killed as 25-year-old Kevin Missidi from Woodstock.
I don't know the exact relationship between the victim and the female, but we're looking at it at this point as, him being the boyfriend of the female at the residence.
Investigators tell me that Golden's gunshot wound is not life-threatening. Once released from the hospital, he will be booked into the Cherokee County Jail. Reporting live in Marietta, Denise Dillon, Fox.
All right, everybody. For those of you who are not familiar with Atlanta metro area, Marietta is a very nice area. I do believe Woodstock is possibly a little swankier. Nice area to set up for living. Marietta has a lot of job opportunities, and it's a very nice area outside of Atlanta, Georgia. For those of you who are not familiar with the Atlanta metro area, if you find your way to Georgia and you want to live North Georgia, you want somewhere nice, Marietta is a very nice community. Rent's going to be a little higher, but you got to pay. You got to pay to eat, got to pay to live. Let's chop up this madness here with this crazy person. Lord have mercy. I'm just, no words. Thank you for joining me. A man, Cherokee County deputies suspect of shooting and killing the boyfriend of his ex-girlfriend is in custody after a multi-hour search. The Cherokee County Sheriff's Office arrested 24-year-old Brackus Golden of Canton, Georgia, as part of the investigating into a deadly shooting Sunday night. Sunday must have been a popular damn day to die down in Georgia. I'm just trying to understand what is going on. Early Sunday morning, rapper Trouble is shot in some woman's bedroom, later dies at the hospital from her ex-boyfriend of a week ago. And now we got this kid here, 24 years of age, running up to some woman's house he used to date and killing her boyfriend, her current boyfriend. Wow. This is bad. Deputies report that they responded to a call around 6:15 p.m. Sunday at a home off of King Arthur Drive in Woodstock. At the scene, they found a man shot to death on the sidewalk in front of the home. The victim was identified as 25-year-old Kevin Missidi. According to investigators, Golden had a previous relationship with the victim's girlfriend who lived at the home. With the help of technology and observant officers, Golden's car was found in Marietta on Monday morning. Police say flock cameras picked up the license plate, and Marietta police officers started searching for the vehicle. They found it in the parking lot of the Checkers fast food restaurant on Cobb Parkway. Police say Golden had a gunshot wound to his abdomen that he claimed was self-inflicted. Golden is now in custody with non-life-threatening injuries at Wellstar Kennestone Hospital. When he is released, he will be booked into the Cherokee County Jail. Recap. 25-year-old man goes to the home of an ex-girlfriend in Woodstock and shoots her boyfriend, current boyfriend, on King Arthur Drive on June 4th, 2022. He was lying on a sidewalk in front of the home. His name is Kevin Mesiti. He is 25 years of age. So what did he do? Go knock on the door, ask the guy to come out. What happened? So what happened? Did he tell him to come outside? Did he call her to tell her, hey, I know he's in there with you, blah, blah, blah? Did the guy come out because he knew he was outside? How did the guy end up outside? Or was he coming outside to go to the store, or go to his car, or cut the grass, or what? Or he was getting out of a car, going in a house, or he was already outside when this bracket machine showed up. It's a decent looking house. Decent looking neighborhood, you know. Hey, as I said, it costs to live down there. Very sad. General area. One incident in Conyers, Georgia. Another one in Woodstock, Georgia. He was found in Marietta. That's why I mentioned Marietta, because that's where he was found in his car at the fast food restaurant with a self-inflicted gunshot to his abdomen. Sir, why did you shoot yourself? Because it doesn't say that the victim shot you. So you shot yourself. That's what you told law enforcement. So were you trying to kill yourself or trying to make it look like the victim shot you and this was a self-defense entanglement? This is very sad to me because he's younger than the two in the trouble scenario. Those guys were in their 30s. This guy's 10 years younger than them, at least 10, 9 years. And now he's going to be in jail once released from the hospital for killing a man. What is the problem with everybody not being able to move on? A lot of us are in situations where the person doesn't want us, okay? That's life. There's many people out here right now who like someone, and that person does not like him or her. And the person has moved on. They don't call, they don't visit, they don't answer phones, they don't return text messages, nothing. They moved on. You've got to move on. You've got to tell yourself you're better than this, chasing somebody that don't want to be chased. And you have no right to go take their life or the life of a person that you think they're dating, whatever, remarried to, however it goes. You have to know your place. And I'm wondering if this guy heard the story of Trouble and he decided to hunt this man down and kill him because the death of Trouble came at 3 a.m. in the morning or a little later, let's say. The incident took place at 3 in the morning. I'm sure it was circulating by afternoon down in that area. So maybe he got to pondering, hey, I care for this chick. She's moved on. I'm going to do the same damn thing. This is sad to me. So now what is this woman thinking about her boyfriend who is now dead? Her ex-boyfriend is now stumbled across them, came to the house, and shot her boyfriend. And once again, in the same story, he doesn't shoot the girlfriend. Don't you find that interesting? So what do you think? You're going to kill the boyfriend? That's going to make her what? Want to be with you? Because you just killed her new boyfriend? So I wonder how long it's been since the two broke up. God, please tell me not a week. Don't tell me she had a new boyfriend within a week. Lord have mercy, I'm dead. Excuse me. How long was the girl broke up from this Mr. Golden? How long were they in a relationship? Did they live together at one time at this said house? Who all lives in the house? Is it her house? How long has she been dating the new boyfriend? And how did it come to be that he was outside to end up murdered by the old boyfriend? 24 years of age is mighty young to lose your freedom over a woman. We have a 33-year-old who just killed a rapper. Another fool. And I'm going to bring you commentary pertaining to rapper Trouble. There are many rumors circulating on the wire social media pertaining to who he was dating and how many women he was dating and how many women are coming out. I don't claim to know anything about how many women he had, where he lived, who he lived with, because that's the thing. You're never going to know. And every woman might say, I was the one, I was the one. So we're going to start off with the rumors pertaining to the rapper Trouble. This is my last commentary for the evening. Thank you for joining me. They're speculating. Some people are rumoring, and I don't do the rumors, and I don't say in ink, because I watched the channel today where he just swore he knew what the hell was going on with this rapper and some white woman. You don't even know what you're talking about, and you shouldn't even be passing those lies around because no one has verified who the girlfriend is, who the real girlfriend is. Hell, how many girlfriends he had, and if one was a white woman, that's an attorney. And I doubt that this white woman that you all are speaking of would be tangled up with this joker here who didn't have a fucking job and couldn't pay no damn bills. And I ain't saying that white women don't take care of bugs, but I doubt it in this case. You're passing false information without a receipt. And it's unfair to the dead man, his family, children, the community, and also the Caucasian female that you're saying is the main line. Because now they're saying another female was his girlfriend. There's commentary that they were out the day before. Mr. Trouble was dressed in red. She had on a black, evening dress. They seem very affectionate. They're dancing in the kitchen. I'm going to play that commentary. She's spoken about her relationship with Mr. Trouble, Mr. Orr. And we're going to play you that said information. If you want verification, please go to her Twitter account and or Facebook for the said information. Her name is Alexis Chalet, I believe. I want to see if I pronounced that correctly. Because, I don't know how people pronounce their names. So we're going to start off with how many girlfriends did he have? Who was the main girlfriend? How does she feel, whomever she is? Why did he step out? If indeed he had a steady girlfriend. When you look at these videos of him and her, you have to ask yourself, well, why was you in the bed with this other woman the next day? What is the truth pertaining to what really happened in that apartment, which was only 7 minutes in and out by the suspect, Mr. Jones? And if I'm to believe that this Alexis lady is his girlfriend, what did he tell her where he was going that early Sunday morning or Saturday night? It is alleged that he had just performed Saturday night. So how did he end up tangled up with this chick? Did he meet her there? One thing led to another, little conversation, a little eye winking. What? Hey, come with me. Come holler at me. Did she entice him? He enticed her. Which is it? This is very, very, very baffling. Lordy, 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 Lordy. We're going to go to the Instagram of this young lady. I don't want to play the music because I don't want to flag my video. But her name is Alexis Chalet, or Chalet, I guess. Shalae. This is a new account uploaded, I believe, in April. Feel free to go over to IG if you want to verify the information. He's standing in a red suit. She's in a black evening dress. He's hugging her. He's talking to himself in front of the camera that they put on the floor to film themselves, just goofing off. So it looks pretty like he likes her. So I can't play it because there's music in the background. It's very, what is the word I'm looking for? This is baffling to me. She's now uploaded something 37 minutes ago with a sad face and a broken heart. There are a few pictures of her with different hairstyles. Not many pictures. You want to go over there to follow her. This is very sad to me. Somebody said, don't stress yourself. Big God knows best. Just pray. This was 4 days ago. They're walking together, and he's calling her his gypsy goddess. They're dancing inside of a event where he's holding a Hennessy bottle. It's like he's standing on a table or something, holding a drink in one hand and a bottle in another. She's dancing in front of him. They seem to be in tune to one another. It's very baffling. Then she has crying emojis in her heart. We're supposed to be together. I'm going to miss that smile is another post she has. This was 3 days ago where he's walking in the living room. Let's see what he's saying.
What's that then? You don't see the motherfucker real. This boy said the crowd today when you can come on, wait, baby.
Feel like he's feeling good.
Come on.
Yeah,
come on.
The love I have for him could never be replaced. They're at a batting cage together. He's drinking beer. Same lady posting these videos with him. Now another video where they're at this event where he's got on red pants and a black shirt. We never argued. It was just love. If we ever disagreed on something, he would make me sit down and talk it out. He definitely brought the best out of me. Now, here's a picture of them together again. 3 days ago, video where they're together. She's smiling. He was honest and open about everything, she says in the one post on this Instagram account uploaded 3 days ago. I believe you. I love you too. I never loved nobody like you, L. This is sick. Just know that. I mean that shit. I believe you. Every day you do or say something that drag me in even deeper. Posting shoes for another date night. Another video of her at the batting cage with him. So possibly this was his girlfriend, Alexis Chalet. So what happened? He definitely was an amazing person. If I thank God if I had the chance to experience him, he touched so many lives. I'm praying, blah, blah, blah. This is very baffling to me. So different women are out saying things, possibly, just posting to social media that they're going to miss him, blah, blah, blah. But who is the main girlfriend? I don't know how many children he had. And if he had, come on now, Lauren. I have no idea. I don't know what he had with a blonde-haired woman. That's why I said nothing's been verified. Let me see. There's another post a day ago. September 3rd, 2021. So he's calling her his little thug. So obviously he was in this room with her in the bed talking to this young lady here. This Alexis girl.
We are loud ones. We have strong opinions about each other.
I'm going to go leave it there. Feel free to go over to her Instagram page to verify the videos. Alexis.Chalet, Shalae. Very sad. I'm going to go back to Facebook because there's some things running amok pertaining to him.
But the reason why a lot of y'all don't get taken serious because y'all still be consistently fucking.
This is him talking about women. I don't know who he's speaking of or he's just speaking of women in general, but this is his commentary. Hold on 1 second.
You might not know that we know these niggas because every nigga that I fuck with on a daily basis, you don't see me with these niggas who I talk to or I got real relationship, real tie with. You don't see me with them. But y'all be fucking 2-3 of them niggas.
Maybe the Lexus Sky, maybe that's the same person. I don't know because she changed her account in April. She said it was hacked. So I don't know if that's the same woman you're speaking of. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, in his commentary, he's talking, streaming live about you women messing with the same guys, and you don't know that they're friends with other guys that you've had sex with. Well, see, that's what happens in a small demographic. A lot of circles are small. A lot of people think in little cities that they're big, but really they're not. Atlanta's not what I would consider a great big city. It's filled really with small suburbs, and people just call it ATL when it's really Marietta, Woodstock. You understand what I'm saying? Decatur. But people just say it's ATL. You don't know who's messing with who likes who's dating who. And, you know, some women like a certain type of guy. So she might go talk to this guy over here, and the next thing you know, she's talking to another guy. But hell, she may even know that these two guys know each other or hung around each other, friendly with each other. You just don't know. But that's his commentary in this post. He's talking to women in general. I don't know. Maybe he's talking to somebody personally. But he said he don't call no names. I don't know why this will not stay on.
Nothing about what happened before me. But the reason why a lot of y'all don't get taken serious, because y'all still be consistently fucking them niggas, 2, 3 of them niggas, and we be knowing. You might not know that we know these niggas, because every nigga that I fuck with on a daily basis, you don't see me with these niggas, or I talk to, or I got real relationship, real tie with. You don't see me with them. But y'all be fucking 2, 3 of them niggas.
Very interesting information there. He says, guys don't care about women's past. I do not know the date of this audio posted by him. But it's interesting. Somebody uploaded this 4 days ago. News Today, HQ, Facebook. Who is he speaking of? Was he speaking of this young lady whose house he was at? Or just speaking of women in general? He says, we don't care about your past. And a lot of men don't. That's the truth. A lot of men don't care who she was with yesterday, who she broke up with yesterday, how many kids she got, if she was married, unmarried, divorced, single, separated, 7 baby daddies. Most men don't care. That's the thing. They don't. Why not? And could that be why he's in the situation that he's in now, deceased, because he didn't care? Perhaps he knew the young lady for a while, and he knew her situation. He knew that she had just broke up with this Mr. Jones, and he didn't care. And that's the sad part of the story, is if he knew that this man had just left that house a week ago, he blindly or eyes wide open walked into that house knowing somebody was just sleeping in that bed 1 week before. How about that? And I've told you, a man is a man before he is anything. Take the rapper title off. He was just a man. Just an ordinary guy who rapped. Nothing more, nothing less. You see, you have to stop judging people by the title, because people are harsh, whether they are rappers, sports, musicians. See, groupies, people latch on to famous people all day. So they're around people all the time. They've got people coming at them, wanting them to take a picture, wanting to be in their peripheral, wanting them to help them get a job, wanting them to help them get in the game, whatever the game is. And then, of course, you got those that's wanting to bed and sex them, perhaps get a baby by them. Everybody's motive is different than somebody else. Then somebody else over here is an old-time friend, cousin, mama, daddy, just want them for the money. Everybody's motivation is not the same. But nonetheless, you have to be aware of everybody in your peripheral. It doesn't matter if it's your mother, your father, your sister, the baker. It doesn't matter. The devil comes in many forms. And once he wore a blue dress, stay woke. We will see what happens as far as the young lady, if indeed he's known her longer than 1 week or the weekend. He had just performed, from my understanding, from my reports, that night. So could it be that he met her out Saturday night, Sunday morning? One thing led to another. Batting of lashes, conversation. So now we got to ask ourselves, if indeed he met the young lady this weekend, let's say Saturday night, early Sunday morning, out while performing, where was this Alexis young lady? Where was she? I'm just curious. Where was she? If she's the main line, the main girlfriend, where was she? And had they talked that night? Did he tell her where he was going? Did he tell her he would be back? He would come home to her when he's done? What did he tell her? Just curious. Alexis Chalet on Instagram. If she's the main girlfriend.
Hey, I'm gonna keep the street with you.
What happened? Where was she? There's some other commentary pertaining to the Atlanta rapper on social media. I'm going to play that as well. His last words. I don't know when these videos were uploaded, but I'll play that said information. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't have a lot of people viewing, but that's okay. I think that they only view if you're spreading lies. They're more in tune.
My real dog, y'all want to keep quoting her. It's giving boss bitch. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not for y'all. It's giving bad bitch. Yeah, you bad for me, ho. You don't know how to cook, wash clothes, no nothing. You got a fat, paid for booty, which I got nothing against now. I fuck with. You fine. And you ain't got no conversation, ho. Puss asshole, get your lame ass behind me, man.
Wow. That's deep.
If I had too much pride, said I'd never live proud. Real talk, enough ain't enough, man. It ain't enough. It's time to go there. I'm talking about next level, man. I'm finna get my Simon on. I'm finna get my Elon on. You know what I'm talking about? That out of here. Yeah, out of here. Yeah, man. I need 100 foot yachts. 200 spots. Top tier diets. Talking about drop the diet. Yo, that one. Time to go next level. Moon, man. Yeah, hey, you talking about see me where you ate. Or maybe because you can't. Too far gone. Yo. Imagine you all the way and I ain't got that. You on that man, you a bottom ball, you kicking shit. The whole family right there going for you. Then you see a nigga from Europe say some old shit about you on goddamn Instagram. Like, whoever you got to post a trip Instagram? Whoever got some money over there, man. Hell no, I got my eyes on your fucking ass. No way. I cross your ass that pass in this up. They gonna make sure that they don't even go across the page. What up, man? That's when you end up back up to you. I love y'all.
You know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance. It's the only payment.
Sorry about that. They had to get their money in there. That's just a few videos of him talking. You know, just shooting it on his lives, BSing around. But the sick part is, one of those videos I just played, he was talking to some woman about you don't cook, you don't know how to wash clothes. No conversation. Paid for butt, bottom, rear, that he didn't mind. Because as I said, he's a man before he's anything. But was he talking to somebody directly? Maybe somebody came on his stream talking junk and he called her out. But in another commentary he said that I played, he would never mention a woman's name who he messes with. Would never call her out. But in that same commentary, he was saying, know that we know when you've been messing with other people that we know. Us guys. See, ladies, when you live in a small demographic, you have to be very careful the company that you keep. Because a lot of men do know each other. They don't have to be best friends or anything. They don't have to hang with one another. But they know of each other. They've passed. They've said hello. And people talk. And it doesn't matter that you're mingling with people who have a little status about them. People still talk. In Atlanta, people talk just like anywhere. I live in a very small demographic. Most of the people know of each other or they've heard of each other. And when people start talking, messing around, somebody starts talking. Somebody starts spilling the tea. And before you know it, it's circulating and the pot is stirred. And God forbid the wrong person finds out you're messing with this person. Now they've got a problem with you because perhaps they are the wifey, the girlfriend, the main line, whatever. And now they're trying to find out where you are if they really care. and people talk. Oh, yeah, she live over here. I know she stay over here. She live on the 3rd floor. The apartment number is this. She drives a red car. Now the cat's out of the bag. Now, God forbid, somebody decides they want to climb to the 3rd floor and pay Sugar Mama a visit. So you don't know people. That's why I tell people you have to be very careful what you tell. You know, I was listening to some whack gossip last night, and I'm sitting there to myself thinking, why are you telling me this? You have to be careful about what you tell people. Don't tell your business. I don't care if it's old business. Keep it to yourself. Because you don't know who you're telling the business to. And we know that women would be fascinated to be talking to a rapper, musician that everybody knows. And naturally, she's going to want to share that good news with somebody, even if it's just a hookup or they hook up. You tell somebody, but you better be careful who you tell it. Because maybe he don't want everybody to know he's messing with you. Stay woke. And why would a guy that has a main girlfriend want others to know side pieces he has or whomever he's picking up? He was comfortable. And some of you want to think because he was famous that he wouldn't drive an expensive car into a neighborhood and park it and go have sex with a woman. I told my friend, you've got to be kidding me. Come on now, stop this. People have sex every day and they're famous. Where do you think they go to have sex? They go wherever the hell they want to go. They'll take them to their house, their second house, condo, apartment. They'll go to their house, their apartment, condo, or they'll go to a motel, hotel. And you're just assuming because they're famous, they wouldn't park their car in somebody's driveway to go have sex. Why in the world would you think that they wouldn't? You're going to be seen regardless. You're going to be seen parking outside of an apartment complex. I don't care if it's low income, mid-income, high bracket. Somebody going to know that you went in there. Somebody going to have seen you on a camera. If it's a high security building, you got to go in. You got to be buzzed in. You got to go through a lobby. Stay woke. Same thing with a hotel. Low grade, mid grade, 4 stars. They have security. Somebody will see you come in there. What was the relationship between Trouble and this mystery woman? Who is this mystery woman? How long have they known each other? How long have they been coinciding? Was this just a hookup on Saturday, early Sunday morning, or he's been involved with her? And if he's been involved with her, he was playing a very dangerous game by sleeping with her while she had a boyfriend, let's say, hypothetically, because we do not know what is the truth. And this is still an ongoing investigation. It is not closed. So now that makes me wonder, what else are they looking for? If she said, hey, this is what happened in the room. He beat me in the face. Trouble got up. They started fighting. I jumped in to try to stop it, and he shot him, and he ran out of the room. Boom, that's the end of the story. Trouble falls on the ground dead outside, and then later dies at a hospital. Still ongoing investigation. What y'all looking for down there? I'm just curious. No remorse from the suspect, Mr. Jones, but seemed fearful for his safety. I guess so, because you know you got to lay up in that jail now and worry about somebody cutting your damn throat up and down. Rightfully so. Because that's the road you chose for another man, and you possibly will die by the sword as well before you even go to trial if somebody wants you dead in there. Mr. Alexis, how are you feeling right now about what has happened to your alleged boyfriend, Alexis Chalet? She has to be heartbroken if indeed she did think she was the girlfriend. I don't know, because I don't know what their arrangement was. I'm not here to dispute who's a girlfriend and who is not. That I don't get down with all that, because a title doesn't mean anything. Because what you have to ask yourself is the obvious. If indeed this Alexis Chalet is the girlfriend, then what the fuck was he doing with this chick in her apartment, and she just broke up with a man a week before? Say, well, that have to be devastating to a woman to have feelings for somebody, You're filming videos with them. You're going places. You're sharing intimate moments, secrets. I love them, this, that. All these videos posted. Think about this now. You all are going places together, spending time together. People see you out in public. They think you're together, but yet he dies later from being in an apartment with another woman in her bed. So I'm going to be assuming that they probably didn't have no clothes on. Ting, ting, ting. Let's keep it real. And everybody's jumping up, fighting each other, naked, except for the suspect. Can you imagine this? And he shoots this man, and Mr. Trouble is running out. Hell, did he even have time to put any clothes on while running out? Because who's going to be thinking about grabbing their shorts, shoes, when they just been shot? See, I don't think many of you even thought about that. What about her? When Mr. Trouble ran out of the apartment, what was she doing? On the phone with 911? Did she call 911? I would hope so. The fact that she didn't press charges against the boyfriend a week before, I brought you commentary to that information with a source, the news. She did not press charges last week when he hit her in the face, Mr. Jones. Why not, ma'am? Your excuse was he fled. So is this when he also took your car? I'm just curious. You told him, I don't want you here. I don't want to be with you no more. You don't have a job. You don't have any paid bills. 3 years, so you say. 3 years of a bum being in your house, eating, sloughing off, dead skin cells, using up water, detergent, soap. You probably was also giving them money, letting them use your car, and he didn't pay a damn dime at your house. And lo and behold, here comes a fine-looking somebody by the name of Trouble. And I'm going to keep it real. I'm a woman. Trouble was a fine black man. And looking at him versus looking at the other one, hell yeah, he was worth forgetting about. I'll say it. I'll say that. And I'm sure that's what she said to herself too. This right here versus that right there, oh, hell to the yeah. Mr. Jones is worth forgetting about. Bye, Felicia. But look at the price that was paid. 1 week later, a man comes up into your house. You two dibbling, dabbling, whatever you were doing. And now he is no longer alive because your ex-boyfriend breached the door and shot the man after beating you in the face. And it is said that she did have visible injuries to her persons from Mr. Jones. What a web. And there are lots of rumors circulating about a white woman who's an attorney. There are pictures of her and Mr. Trouble. But that doesn't mean anything to me about a white woman, an Arab, a Jew, or nothing. Because in the end, each one can argue I was the one. I was the girlfriend. I was the girlfriend. No, I was the girlfriend. The point is he's dead. Title doesn't mean anything now does it? Just like it wouldn't mean anything if Trouble was alive. Let's stay woke. You see, that's how people get themselves confused. Don't let me get to testifying up in here now, because you know I don't have no lawyer to represent me. But I'm listening to the same type of nonsense the other night about who's been with who and who's out in public with whom. But like I told somebody, it don't matter who he's in public with tonight. He lays down across the bridge with another woman who's the main line that's there when he's sick, needs this, this, and this. And although he walked around the town for years with another one wide open, he slept at another house when he felt like it with the main line. Somebody he has a child with who's an adult now. Do y'all see what I'm saying? The title means nothing. And a lot of people will get it misconstrued. Well, I'm the one he takes in public, so obviously he cares for me. Well, I'm the one he comes home to, and I conduct all his personal business, this and that. If he gets sick, I'm the one that takes care of him, which the man was sick at one time. So the main line was taking care of him while he was sick. But then when he got on his good feet and was better, he was back out in the street slumbering with the other women. So then the other women could say the same thing. Well, he takes me out in public, so he must love me more than her because he don't take her out in public. All of you are stupid. How about that? Because in the end, he doesn't have respect for none of you. And when people say, oh, he loved her because he took her out in public, they was together while the other one would be laying at home knowing they're together in public. So there's still no respect. Because if he goes and lays with the other one and gets home-cooked meals at the house and then jumps up in the evening and go lay up with the next one and then go across the bridge and lay with another one, how the hell is any of them a winner? See, you got to check yourself when you start trying to decide about a title. Because in the end, he loved nobody because he didn't love himself. And I was telling somebody that last night. I don't give a damn who he's sitting in here with tonight. He doesn't live with her. So it doesn't matter that he's in public with her. It doesn't matter if they're mean mugging you or whoever in the room because you messed with them before. And what's your point? See, this is why you don't get wrapped up with men who are all over the place. And this is an older man. This man got to be about 70 years old. Quit playing. But he got game. So they say, if you ladies understand what I mean. And I don't think I got to take you to church to explain what I'm talking about. Just use your imagination. So everybody want a piece of a man because of what he can do and not do. But that's a dangerous situation. Everybody's sharing the same man. So then you got to ask yourself the ultimate question. Come on, Queen, take him to church. Is he using a condom? Bingo card. Because most men do not like condoms. I don't care what the race is. A lot of men do not like to use contraceptives. They don't like condoms. They don't like the way it feels. It's unnatural. Well, death is unnatural. Come on. Getting HIV/AIDS is unnatural. But it is what it is. Getting a baby you don't want. Providing sperm for a baby you don't want to take care of. How's that natural? Down the road, you don't want to be a parent, but now you're a parent because you didn't wear a condom. She wasn't taking birth control pills. She didn't use another contraceptive. See, nobody thinks about any of that. It is said also that the man has children. I don't know how many children he has and don't have. I'm not here to debate that either because it's irrelevant at this point. The point is there are children now without a father. Somebody's got to now explain to a child when they become of age how their father died. And how horrible will that be to say your father died by being in a bed with some woman? See, nobody thinks about the legalities of a storyline. Just the he said and the she said and the Pookie said. That stuff don't mean nothing when it comes to trying to explain that to a child why his or her father is no longer alive. Explaining to a mother why her son is not alive. Why your brother is not alive. So you all don't think about that. I don't really care who the girlfriend was, because it doesn't matter at this point. Hello, Patty, how are you? Doesn't matter who the girlfriend is. Because as I told you, it's just a title. In the end, as I said, even if Trouble was alive, it still would be jacked up that he was in the bed with this woman. And she would be just as devastated if she found out about this chick and he was alive. Because like I said, people talk. Yeah, I saw that car parked over there again, girl. He spent the night. He's visiting somebody. He came off the second floor, fourth floor, whatever. How long you think it'll take before that news got out to the street if he was alive? They won't. How many times has he been sleeping around with different women and he had a main girlfriend, if indeed this Miss Alexis is the main line? Was he sleeping around with different women while he was with this girl? If indeed she's the girlfriend. Whomever the girlfriend is, as I told you, it doesn't even matter at this point. Because it's still jacked up. And I doubt this girl that he slept with is his first time rodeo going outside of a relationship. And men are tempted easily, not like women. Women can be with a man and actually be unhappy with the guy, but she won't step out on him. She will not have an affair or cheat on him, but a man will. And a man will cheat on a dime piece. Miss America, pretty lady, small waist, big butt, big thighs, big boobs, pretty hair, long hair, whatever you want to call it. She is gorgeous. He still will cheat on her. See, this is what you need to understand. Sometimes, as some men say, it's not even about the looks. You know, some men have a strong appetite for sex. They just got to have it. And it don't matter who it's with, what she looks like. It's the opportunity. Now, naturally, it's nothing like a little eye candy. It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. There's nothing wrong with looking at somebody and they just look damn good to you. But the problem is you feeling the need that you have to have him or her sexually. That's the problem. When you feel the need, you have to be in the company of a different woman every day, every other day. You have a problem. And I'm not saying that this was Mr. Trouble's problem, but that is an epidemic with a lot of men and a lot of black men. They cannot say no to the kitty. They are sexually driven, and it is dangerous when your penis is controlling your brain. You do not let what's between your legs drive the car. Because if you continue to let what's between your legs drive the car, you're going to end up where Mr. Trouble has ended up. And why put yourself in that situation? You do not know people. You take a chance bringing somebody back to your home that you don't know, meeting him at his house, hotel, doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. The odds are the same. And you know it's dangerous to take people to your house or their house if you are indeed tangled up with other parties, such as part-time relationships, whole relationships, however you want to word it. You do not know the mindset of the other person, and you should never underestimate somebody when they find out that you have been sleeping and slumbering with somebody else. Because the person you think wouldn't do something would do something. As my mother used to say, the quiet ones make the most noise. They do. Because they're the ones that sit and ponder and think. You know, the loudmouth just talks. This is sad. And once again, in this commentary, I bring you a story of a young guy, 24, killing a man outside of a home of his ex, also outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Why must you go kill the new person? You're telling the world that you are insecure with yourself and you are invaluable. And you're basing whatever you have with that other person as your reason for being, for existing. But the point is, you were living and existing before you met her. So no matter what happened between you two, why would you forfeit your freedom because she now has another man? Vice versa. You cannot give up on living because somebody no longer wants you or it did not work out. Because the death you plan for someone else will possibly be your own. Very disturbing. This has bothered me for days now, knowing about this man's death. Because I'm just saddened to know that that's how he died. And it doesn't matter what his personality was like. Because as I said, we're all flawed. We all make mistakes. We all have done foolish things. We've met up with foolish people. And we rolled the ride, knowing we probably shouldn't have. But we did it anyway. He didn't deserve to die like that. I don't care if he liked sex a lot, had sex with different women. Naturally, one would say, well, you should know you're going to probably entangle something down the road. Of course, it's natural. That's what happened here. He went into a woman's home who just broke up with somebody a week ago. But what I'd like to know is, how did the guy know she had company? If he's been gone a week, he had her car. That's another thing that's bothersome to me. One, she didn't file charges when he hit her last week. That's troublesome for me. Why not? Why did you not file charges, ma'am, when he hit you in the face last week when you told him you wanted him to get on? Two, why did you not file a stolen report about your car? You knew he had to bring your car back. So now we have to ask that ultimate question. How did he get to the residence in order to kill Mr. Trouble? Stay woke. Please don't tell me he drove back to the apartment in the mystery woman's car and then went up there, beat her in the face after breaking in, fighting with Mr. Trouble, shoot him in the chest, run out, and then go get in her car and stay hidden for a day or so until his mother talks him into turning himself in at an area hospital. Is that what I'm hearing? Am I to believe this? This is crazy to me. Because she says in the report, he's had her car. But yet it doesn't say that you filed charges for it being stolen. Because see, this where it gets real dicey. Had you filed charges on the boyfriend for beating you in the face last week, ma'am, and if indeed he stole the car on that same day that you two fought about him not paying bills, he would possibly be in jail right now for assault and grand theft auto. Are y'all listening to that? And Trouble will be alive today. Because in fact, if he had hooked up with this woman, knowing the circumstances of the ex or not, the ex would have been in jail because he wouldn't have had money to bond out on the assault charge and the stolen car charge. So ma'am, you did a disservice to yourself by not filing charges that he beat you up and stole your car. And Mr. Trouble, no matter who he decided to sleep with, at least with you, he could have walked out of that apartment alive because your boyfriend, your ex, would have been incarcerated until he got bond or saw the judge and the judge let him out or kept him in. Bet you all didn't think about that. Trouble would be alive today had the woman filed charges against the ex for the stolen car and hitting her in the face when she asked him about leaving. If we ought to believe indeed he had her car, I can't see that she would willingly let him keep her car when she's asked him to leave. And the fact that they said he breached the door means he didn't have a key to her apartment. Ding, 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 bingo card for those who keep saying it was his house. But then someone said, how do we know he broke in? Well, the report says the door was breached. So if you know what breach means, it means a key was not put into a lock. And once again, did somebody from the apartment building call 911 of a domestic disturbance / break-in? I'd like to know that as well. Will somebody tell the truth that they heard him break into the apartment? Because what will be jacked up is if we don't hear that he broke in. Hello, everybody. Because, people are gossiping. People like to think the worst of a situation. Oh, she set him up. They tried to rob him. She had him beat her up, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what's the truth or not. That's why I said, will there be a police report that somebody called in the break-in, another neighbor, to say, yes, I heard somebody kicking a door. I heard the gunshots. I saw him run away. But he's on camera, 7 minutes in, 7 minutes out. What floor did she live on? First, second, third, or fourth? Had he been watching her, stalking her? How did he know she had company? Did he know she had company? Find it ironic, 1 week, he breaks into her apartment. On the day, she has a male in her bed. What are the odds? Had he been going by the apartment, looking, lurking, banging on the door? Had he been calling, texting her? Rumors are is that she talked to him a day before, Mr. Jones. And naturally, when you are still in entanglements with people, you still will talk to them on the phone, text. Maybe he was begging her, please take me back. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I didn't mean to hurt you. What was said in the text messages a day before the murder of Trouble? What were they talking about? Was he asking her to take him back? Did she tell him, no, I don't want you back. I'm not interested. I'm done. I'm tired. Did she say, I'll think about it? What did she say? And why did she hook up with this man in her house when she knew she had an ex-boyfriend who was violent? Because if he hit her in the face a week ago, 9 times out of 10, he probably was sending her threatening text messages. Probably coming by the apartment, banging on the door, sitting in the car. And once again, as I said, it is alleged that he had her car. So did she have a spare car? See, there are too many questions and no damn answers. And this lady's getting ready to have a hard time walking around the community because naturally people in the apartment complex are buzzing and gossiping. So everybody's going to tell where she stays. Everybody's going to know she lives there. How about that? What kind of peace is that? Now everybody knows where you stay. How are you going to walk around now? Shopping, eating, working. What was her actual profession? Did she have a legal profession? Because it's alleged that she was a rapper and a stripper. Now imagine now, fast forward, the new guy comes along. Who is going to date her now? Say what? Hey, she's got some mean kitty. Don't want to mess with her. Wouldn't that be terrible to have that said about you? That's the lady that got Trouble killed. Who would want that stigma attached to their name? But we know in life, people move on. And eventually she will date. She will get messages from men in her accounts, Messenger, whichsoever. And eventually she'll take the chance and talk to someone. But I cannot see myself as a man going anywhere in her peripheral. I don't care that the ex-boyfriend is in jail. I wouldn't do it. I would not date her. Because like I said, whether we believe she told Mr. Trouble of her troubles with Mr. Jones, we're never going to know the truth unless they decide to seize records from cell phones to see what their conversation was about in the following hours, days. And as I said, it would be very sad if we find out that Trouble did know she just broke up with an ex. He's known her longer than 24 hours, a week. They had messed around before, and while she was with Mr. Jones. That would be really jacked up. But nonetheless, as I've said, Trouble was a man before he was a rapper. And that's what people need to understand about titles. That he's a man. He was a very nice looking man. And many women probably were enthralled by him, rapper or not. He still could pull women without the title of a rapper. Let's keep it real. It would not have mattered. Is there more to the story? than what happened, what she is alleged in the report, the mystery woman. Because I cannot see him taking any valuables to her house, credit cards, a lot of money, a lot of jewelry. I think he would have enough sense to go take all that stuff to his own home and not go to a stranger's house with all of that. Or even if he knew her beforehand, it would be risque, especially if you're going to drive an expensive car and a car that is possibly well known in the community as your car. And another thing before I check out of here, where did Mr. Orr live? Did he live with this Alexis young lady? Alexis Chalet. Did they live together? Do they have children together? Someone in the chat was asking about another Alexis Sky. Is that the same female? I do not know because I haven't compared pictures. I have no idea. But does he have children with this Alexis Chalet? Is this the same Alexis, the Alexis Sky? Was he living with her and were they in a relationship? Because what I've asked myself is, if indeed he was with whomever, Alexis, this, that, why was he with this woman? And what did he tell the girlfriend? Where he was and where he would be. And if indeed he hasn't had a girlfriend Saturday night, did he care to tell her where he was going? Did he care to have her at the show where he performed? Was she at the show where he performed? And if indeed the girlfriend was at the show where he performed, what excuse did he tell her for him to get over to this woman's apartment? See, those are the things you have to ask now. If you want to believe he has a girlfriend. What did he tell her? Where did he say he would be? What he's doing? Who he's with? Was she calling him? He didn't answer. Texting him? He didn't answer. This is a terrible place to be. Because as I said, it's a hurtful position to be in once you find out that you've been cheated on. A man has other female acquaintances that he is slumbering with. But to know that a man went and laid with another woman, lied with another woman rather, and then ends up dying from her ex side piece, with however you want to word it, that's even more disturbing. Because he's not coming back. He's a father of children. They will never see their father again. And to have feelings for a man, one who's out here sleeping with different women, is hurtful and painful. But then to later find out that the person has died from being with another woman, there are no words for that. And that's a place I pray I would never be in. Because as I said, it's painful to know a man has lied with somebody else, laid in a bed with another human being. But to know that he died from having relations with someone and he's in a relationship with you, there are no words. Prayers to Mr. Orr's family. Prayers for the victim in my other story, man who was killed outside his girlfriend's house down in Woodstock, Georgia. When I get more information pertaining to Mr. Golden, when he will be released from the hospital and taken to jail, I'll give you that said information. And also prayers to the young lady who was murdered down in Memphis, the Lyft driver, who has left behind 6 children who have to be now raised by someone or plural parties. Prayers to her. If indeed you are a Lyft driver, Uber driver, please be careful out here. If you pull up to a house, apartment, a location that doesn't seem on the up and up, it doesn't look safe, drive off and call your supervisor, whomever, let them know you don't feel safe in the area where you have been assigned to pick up passengers. This is a very disturbing story out of Memphis. A woman picking up some people. I do not know how many people were passengers in that car, but when she went to the light, the car was shot up by people who were trailing the car. And I've never heard of a story such as this with a Lyft driver, Uber driver, shared ride driver. How many people were in the car? Whose house was it that she went to pick up the passengers? Whose name was on the card used to secure the drive? And where are they and what do they have to say now? And who are the people that were in the car that shot up this Lyft driver and her passengers? And the commentary I brought you also said her passengers jumped out of the car and left her to die in her car. So now we have to ask the other question. Did any other passengers get shot and went to area hospitals? Because what are the odds that allegedly this is not about her, but she dies behind the wheel of the car and her passengers jump out, but they don't get injured or die either? What are the odds? And where are these passengers? And why did someone drive up on that car and shoot at the car? Why were they targets? Very sickening. Prayers for Miss Ward's family and her children. When I get more information and an update to this very disturbing and heartbreaking story out of Memphis, I will bring you an update. As I said, prayers to her family. She just rekindled a relationship with her mother. Prayers to whomever is going to be raising her 6 children. Prayers to the children. She left behind the youngest, 18 months old, a little girl who has been crying for her mother. Prayers to that baby and her siblings because they now are without a mother. 43-year-old black woman gone, snuffed out by a bunch of thugs that shot up her car as a Lyft driver. And the passengers jumped out, left her to die. God have mercy on all of us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Prayers for Uvalde Steele. There's more commentary I need to bring to you pertaining to that. I may go live a little bit later here or after I'm done with this live pertaining to the teacher because I need to get out that information. It's a week old and I just found it. She has spoken about what happened that day. You're entitled to believe what you want. I don't believe anything that's come out of the mouths of any of those people out of Texas. The children maybe, but not the adults or law officials. If you want to donate to the channel and the dream, $ Big Angie, 129 Cash App. Thank you all so much for joining me. Prayers for Mr. Orr's family, children, the rapper known as Trouble. Prayers to the victim of the homicide that took place in Woodstock, Georgia. And also prayers for Miss Ward, who died as a Lyft driver, Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful weekend. This is Everyday Shenanigans. See you later, Lorraine. Thank you so much.